We got this broken keyboard here. Well, it's not actually broken, but this part is missing, I don't know, the flippy thing over there. If you want to stand it up at an angle. And I think this would be pretty easy to 3D print. It does have some rubber, and I don't have any TPU. I've never printed with TPU, so maybe that's something I could try. But for now, I'm just gonna try to print this shape. So I'm gonna pull this out of here and see what it looks like. I think if I just squeeze on these, yep. So that's it. I'm gonna go into Fusion 360 to try to make that. Here's my first print, and I'm actually pretty impressed with how it did without any supports. So let's see if it can fit on here. First I want to see how well it bends. It's this is in PLA, and I don't know if you can see that, it's really hard to bend, but it does bend, so that should be enough to get it in there. As long as this will fit in the hole. I think it may be a little too big because there's some extra material right there since I didn't have any supports. It sort of, not really fits. Well, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit and see if it fits better. All right, so I've cut off some of that extra material. It definitely goes in there better. It's in there. It definitely doesn't have that snapping behavior that the original one had. Let me just show you that. This one, once you get it to a certain point, snaps down. I don't think that's strictly necessary. I think it's due to a little bit of extra material right at the top, right above the peg. But that's okay. So let's see how it sits up, even though I don't have any. Oh, and I actually took out the rubber piece out of here as well. So I'll put that back. That's pretty good. Oh, that rubber piece fell out. So I'll need to glue that back in. It's definitely slippery. So if I can figure out some sort of piece of rubber to put in there. And actually what I'm thinking is there's rubber on all four corners. So this is up here in case you're not using it inclined. And then there's a little piece right here, which is probably not necessary. And I think it's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit wider, but not by much. So I might be able to use that piece. I took this piece off and I was actually able to just shove it right in there. And then I glued this one back on with some Gorilla Super Glue. Let's see. Just want to check and see if it's actually touching the rubber. Kind of. So, yeah, it is touching the rubber, but it's not perfect. It's pretty good. I do like how this stays up, but yeah, it won't stay down. I don't really care about that too much, but I am going to see if I can print it one more time and make it stay down. I printed this out with supports this time, so hopefully that will work a lot better. So let's try it out. Oh, yeah. It's actually stays wherever you put it. That'll work. It'll stay down and it will stay up. So I just need to transfer this rubber over there. Although, looking at it now, I can see why this rubber actually touches the desk and this one doesn't. This one's a lot taller and it's closer to the edge. So I could just adjust this edge here where it's not sticking out so far. Here is the third one. And with the rubber, it looks a lot better. And you probably can't see it, but it is touching the rubber. Oh, and it broke right off. Well, okay, it actually didn't break. Yeah, it just seems like that's not sticking in there very far. And you can see how much this is bent in because it's not going in that hole. Let me try cutting this down a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna try something that may be a terrible idea. I've got a paper clip here. I thought, what if I used a paper clip, a little piece of this. And instead of printing this peg, I made a hole. Well, let's find out. I'm using tape to figure out exactly where to cut it. And then I'm gonna cut it with these snips. Okay, these are so small. This is starting to feel like a dumb idea. But I have to hold my camera, so I'll be back and see if I can get these in there. I've melted the paper clips in there. And actually the original size of the paper clips was way too small because I forgot to account for the gap. So there's the 1 millimeter and then there's the gap and then it sticks inside about 1.5 millimeters. So let's see if it will work. Definitely feels much stronger. It doesn't quite stay down, but I don't care. It does flex a lot more than this side, but it's not that noticeable when you're typing on it. But I think that's just because the paper clips are a little bit looser than the original plastic. I can't twist this at all. This one I can. And so its angle is just comes down further. But I think that's okay for my purposes. The original one is more squeaky. This one's just more bendy. All right, I'm gonna stop there.